dad was out of town. Must be party time, huh?
No, I'm grounded. He left me with my crazy Uncle John. He keeps going on and on about his visions. He thinks an angel took him up to heaven, gave him messages to give to churches, and all this stuff of an army building in heaven.
Whoa, are you for cereal, bro? That sounds pretty gnarly, an army in heaven?
It would be cooler if he wasn't cuckoo for Cuckoo Puffs crazy. And related to me. What if I start having visions?
Well then rock on, bro!
Oh, hey, the pizza's here! Well, you're just in time, too, because it's really about to get good. You're not going to believe what happens next.
You're right about that.
All right, so come in, have a seat. Now, this next part, I'm just going to read you from my notes, because I think you're going to be able to see, just by listening, how amazing it was.
As I watched, the Lamb broke the first of 7 seals. I saw a white horse standing there, and he rode out to win many battles and gain victory. The Lamb broke the 2nd seal, and another horse appeared, a red one. Its rider was given mighty sword and the authority to take peace from the earth. The Lamb broke the 3rd seal, and I saw a black horse, and its rider was holding a pair of scales. I heard a voice say, "A loaf of wheat bread will cost a day's pay." When the Lamb broke the 4th seal, I saw a pale green horse, and its rider was named Death, and given authority over 1/4 of the earth to kill. The Lamb broke the 5th seal, and I saw the souls of all who had been martyred for the word of God. Then a white robe was given to each of them. I watched as the Lamb broke the 6th seal, and there was a great earthquake. When the Lamb broke the 7th seal, there was silence throughout heaven for about half an hour. I saw the 7 angels who stand before God, and they were given 7 trumpets. The first angel blew his trumpet, and hail and fire mixed with blood were thrown down on the earth. 1/3 of the earth was set on fire, and the 1/3 of the trees were burned, and all the green grass was burned. The second angel blew his trumpet, and a great mountain of fire was thrown into the sea. 1/3 of the water in the sea became blood. 1/3 of all living things in the sea died, and 1/3 of all the ships on the sea were destroyed. Then the 3rd angel blew his trumpet, and a great star fell from the sky, burning like a torch. It fell on 1/3 of the rivers and on the springs of water. It made 1/3 of the water bitter, and many people died from drinking the bitter water. Then the 4th angel blew his trumpet, and 1/3 of the sun was struck, and 1/3 of the moon, and 1/3 of the stars, and they became dark. And 1/3 of the day was dark, and also 1/3 of the night. The 5th angel blew his trumpet, and I saw a star that had fallen to earth from the sky. Smoke poured out as through from a huge furnace. Then locusts came from the smoke and descended on the earth, and they were given power to sting like scorpions. Then the 6th angel blew his trumpet, and I heard a voice speaking, "Release the 4 angels!" The 4 angels who had been prepared for this hour and day were turned loose to kill 1/3 of all the people on earth. I will give power to my 2 witnesses. They will be clothed in burlap, and they will prophesy. They will have power to shut the sky so that no rain will fall. They will have the power to turn the rivers and oceans into blood, and to strike the earth with every kind of plague. When they complete their testimony, the beast comes up out of the pit and kills them. Their bodies will lie in the street, and the people will gloat over them, and give presents to each other to celebrate the death of the prophets who have tormented them. But after 3.5 days, God breathed life into them, and they stood up. Terror struck all who were staring at them, and they rose to heaven on a cloud as their enemies watched. Then I witnessed an event of great significance. I saw a woman clothed with the sun, with a crown of 12 stars on her head. She was pregnant, and she cried out because of her labor pains. And I saw a large red dragon with 7 heads, 10 horns. He stood in front of the woman, ready to devour her baby as soon as it was born. She gave birth to a son who was to rule all the nations, and her child was snatched away from the dragon and was caught up to God. Then there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon and his angels, and the dragon lost the battle and was forced out of heaven. The great dragon, the ancient serpent called the devil, was thrown down to the earth with all his angels. Then I saw the beast rise up out of the sea. It had 7 heads, 10 horns, with 10 crowns on its horns, and written on each head were the names that blasphemed God. This beast looked like a leopard, but it had the feet of a bear and the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave the beast his own power and the throne of great authority. I saw that one of the heads on the beast seemed wounded beyond recovery, but the fatal wound was healed. The world marveled at this miracle and gave allegiance to the beast. "Who is as great as the beast?" they exclaimed. "Who is able to fight against him?" Then the beast was allowed to speak great blasphemies against God, and the beast was allowed to wage war against God's holy people and to conquer them. Then I saw another beast come up out of the earth. He had 2 horns like those of a lamb, but he spoke with the voice of a dragon. He required all of the earth to worship the first beast. He did astounding miracles, even making fire flash down to the earth from the sky. And with all the miracles, he deceived all of the people. He ordered the people to make a great statue of the first beast. He was then permitted to give life to this statue so that it could speak. Then the statue of the beast commanded that anyone refusing to worship must die. He required that everyone be given a mark on his right hand or on the forehead. No one could buy or sell anything without that mark, which was the number of the beast. His number is 666. Then I heard a mighty voice say to the 7 angels, "Pour out on the earth the 7 bowls containing God's wrath." So the first angel poured out his bowl, and horrible malignant sores broke out on everyone. The second angel poured out his bowl on the sea, and it became like blood, and everything died. Then the third angel poured out his bowl on the rivers and springs, and they became blood. The fourth angel poured out his bowl on the sun, causing it to scorch everyone with its fire. Then the fifth angel poured out his bowl on the throne of the beast, and his kingdom was plunged into darkness. Then the sixth angel poured out his bowl on the great Euphrates River. It dried up so that the kings from the east could march to Armageddon. The seventh angel poured out his bowl into the air, and a shout came from the throne saying, "It's finished!" And a great earthquake struck.
That was awesome!
Told ya.
And I heard a voice from the altar saying, "You are just, O Holy One, who is and who always was, because you have sent these judgments. Since they shed the blood of your holy people and your prophets, you have given them blood to drink. It is their just reward."